Hi guys, my name is Dr. Zero Melia, and this is my show. And today we're going to show you day one of my HazMat, or the Hazardous Materials Training, which I attended along with the Disaster Management Office of the city of Olongapo. We were visited by 4 instructors that came all the way from Switzerland.
Like for example, the
This is Marc Vaucher, our lead instructor for the HazMat training. One of the first things in their itinerary was a tour of the Olongapo City Disaster Management Office and checking all of the tools and most of the things that were handed down to them. This is what the gym of the Disaster Management Office looks like. Sir Jeff of the Disaster Management Office led the tour of the warehouse. Throughout the years, the Disaster Management Office has been able to stockpile and use different and specialized equipment for rescue and emergencies. Afterwards, the team of instructors visited the Bureau of Fire Protection in Olongapo City to see the new Rosenbauer fire truck that was given by the Office of Civil Defense a year ago. This happens to be the same type of fire truck that the Swiss instructors use in Switzerland. We also visited Santa Rita Fire and Rescue to see how they are doing with their rescue equipments. And also, we went to Marquette Park to check the venue for a possible fire exercise.
For the water treatment plant, we will have a few minutes briefing of what is Subic water. By the way, I am
rich natural resources, including water. Overall,
the team then went to the Subic water treatment plant, which is located really deep inside SBMA, or the Subic Bay Metropolitan Area. It's actually deep inside a forest. The main reason why the instructors visited the Subic water treatment plant is to make sure that the chemicals that are being used there are safely kept, and that there is a safety and evacuation plan in place, and also for the residents nearby, especially in Olongapo City. It is actually a privilege to be able to visit the Subic water treatment plant, because this place is one of the very restricted areas and very guarded areas in SBMA. The management of Subic water was nice enough to provide us a tour, even though it was a Sunday.
So that it will be fully disinfected. So that's it.
They get the water from nearby streams and rivers that run along Subic Bay Metropolitan Area. Before the water is distributed to the SBMA and Olongapo City, it is cured or treated with chemicals inside this plant, in a process they call as flocculation and clearing. The main chemical, or the bulk of the chemical used in disinfecting and treating the water, is a hazardous chemical called chlorine, which, if it is inhaled, may cause instantaneous death. This is the actual pipe that collects water from all of the rivers and feeds that water into a tank where the chemical is mixed through a process called as I said earlier, flocculation, or the production of flux. This flux contains impurities that are filtered many times in this plant.
Okay, good afternoon to everyone. My name is... Check mo dun sa drawer mo, baka hindi na may webster ka dyan, ha? I am the head of the Central Laboratory and Operating Analysis. So, here in our laboratory, we conducted two major properties of water. One is the physical and chemical, and then the other one is the microbial properties of water. So, our laboratory is separated into blocks. In this block, we have the micro lab, where we test the fecal coliform, contamination of water, seawater, and wastewater. And then on this block, this is the laboratory for our physical and chemical analysis near the river, so it's expected. But then, as coming from us, we do not suggest drinking directly from river.
We were also given a tour of the laboratory where they conduct water sampling of both seawater, river water, and all of the tributaries of the Subic water, or distribution areas of the Subic water treatment plant. They were also kind enough to tell us of their contingency plan regarding chemical spills in their area.
Okay. We have contingency plan.
The last part of our day was visiting PTT Gas Company inside SBMA. We were given a tour, an orientation, and we were taught what are the precautions that have to be taken when it comes to handling oil spills and chemical disasters. Unfortunately, I was not allowed to bring a camera to the underground vats which we visited in the PTT Gas Company. The whole area smelled of jet fuel, which is very dangerous if it comes into contact with static electricity. It tends to burn up and explode. It is actually a privilege for me to be able to take those videos because the areas that we visited in day one are areas that are highly restricted. Only few persons have access to these areas because they are very dangerous and hence are part of our awareness in this hazardous materials training. This is why we visited these areas, and also the Swiss Fire Brigade instructors were also here to give pointers regarding safety and disaster management with these chemicals. And that is all the time we have for today. Thank you very much for watching the Zero MD show. Although this is just an introductory part to handling chemicals, this is actually just day one of 6. So there are 6 parts to this hazardous materials training exercise. So stay tuned for more on HazMat training by clicking on the subscribe button below. And if you're watching this also on YouTube, you can click on the video annotation which will appear here. Also, you might want to subscribe to my Twitter at 0MD, and also be my friend at facebook.com/zeromelia. Every Friday we will be uploading the HazMat training videos, and also if I prepare for lectures regarding handling hazardous and biological materials and emergency procedures, we'll be uploading that every Friday at 9 o'clock p.m. Philippine Standard Time. So again, I'm Dr. Zero Melia MD. I hope to see you soon, and thank you very much for watching. Mabuhay!